We're going to fix my car today. I'm going to try to do it with starting fluid and a flathead screwdriver. Yeah, let's see what happens. I left work yesterday, clocked out, went to start up my car, nothing. So, I thought, it's been cold. It might be my battery, but it wasn't. Because we hooked up a junk box to it, and she turned and she turned and she turned much faster and much harder. It had plenty of energy. So that means she's not getting some type of fuel. Went to the fuses, went through as much as we could because I was out at work, not here at my luxurious shop. So I didn't have all my tools. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray some starting fluid into where the map sensor is, the throttle body. Give her a crank. If she fires over for a little bit, that means we got spark, but we got no fuel. And then the culprit is my fuel tank. And I'll tell you why I think I can do it with just a screwdriver. Because it's going to take a screwdriver to get that off, pop that off, spray some fluid in there, troubleshoot it. Then I'll show you where my fuel tank is, or my fuel pump is. All right. One-handed mechanic, one-handed mechanic, one-handed mechanic. If you had to lose your legs or your arms, what would you lose? If you just had to lose something. Oh my goodness. Gonna fight me. Gonna fight me. That's all we need, right there. Just a little gap like that. Now, you know what? I'll use the screwdriver since I got it. Pry that guy open like that. Squirt some in there. Way too much. Perfect. Let's see if she cranks. Well, she'll crank. Let's see if she starts. If she fires off. I need a better try at this. For your educational purposes, open that sucker all the way in. Like that there. Right? And if you're a one-handed mechanic, oh, I just can't. You got to get the fluid way in there. So, all right, so I sprayed it all the way in there. Smells good. Then we go over here. One more again. Here we go. See how she starts? But she dies down because she's not getting fuel from the fuel pump. Fan-freaking-tastic. Hey, why are you so happy? It didn't fix your problem. No, this is troubleshooting, guys. Troubleshooting. Because if I spray fluid in there, I'm bypassing the fuel system of the car, right? Because what I'm testing, are the spark plugs firing? Because if they're not, that's a different problem. But if they do fire, chances are that it's just not getting fuel. And chances are, on a 2012 Chrysler 300 with almost 200,000 miles, that it's the fuel pump instead of like the fuel rails or something like that. And if it was the fuel rails, it wouldn't clog all of them, at once. But this is I don't know how much this can is, but I already had it, so it's free, okay? We'll just say it's free. So now I can go to AutoZone, get a fuel pump, and then I'll show you guys where it's at in my car. Asking yourself, well, how come you just didn't turn it on to the ignition, the accessorize, run, whatever you want to call it, and see if you hear the fuel pump? Because I live by the freeway. I don't live in the nice quiet area that you do. I live by the fucking freeway. And then, when I was at work, guess where work is close to? A freeway. So, what am I doing? I need money. So easy to judge me, aren't you? Why didn't you just do that? Of course I did that. But truthfully, if you can hear usually a whizzing or like a buzzing noise. That's your fuel pump activating and charging the lines. And I'm not getting that, but to be doubly sure, instead of spending, I think it's 121 bucks plus taxes here are almost 10%, so 132 bucks and something like that. Before moving on to the next thing, just going over there and buying a fuel pump and not really knowing what it is. This is like double sure. I'm not getting any noise that I can barely make out because of the freeway. And then I sprayed it, so I bypassed the fuel system, which means it's not getting fuel. Now, 121 is okay, and it's easy. I'll show you guys how easy this fuel pump is for an experienced mechanic like me. But it's easy fix. If it's not this, then it's electro-digital, and then we got a real problem. But if I could do this and it fires up and it's fixed, well, I can use my car, and that's good. And it's a shame that I have to tell you that. Okay, let's go to AutoZone. Video sponsor is my mom. She letting me use her luxurious RAV4. Not to be confused with the 4Runner at all, because they're completely different size. Oh look, it's raining in Washington. Oh, that's inappropriate. Now I'm gonna get demonetized because of freaking Ed Sheeran. Well, there goes my multi-million-dollar plan of getting rich on these videos. And we'll see you guys after AutoZone. Like with most things, I'm not an expert, so I don't know what this fuel pump looks like. So we got to go back, and we're gonna take it out, and we're gonna take a look at it, and hopefully it's the cheap one, because my car isn't special. So it should be the cheap one, right? You would think, right? Let's go see. Let's just check it out. We won't know. Hey, we won't know until we actually take it out. So let's do it. And I'll show you how to do it, so you can do it if it happens to you. Wish I was more confident that that was the right fuel pump, so I could just give me the pump. Just give me, it might not be the right one, sir. Let me be the judge of that. Just give me the pump, employee. But you don't want to be rude. You don't want to be rude, because then that's not the way to be, and whatever, karma and all that crap. Say hello to the dogs. 1 and 2. They're just itching to go outside, but it's raining, so as soon as they step foot outside, they're very dainty, and it's raining, and they run back inside. So I'm not playing that game with them today. So they're staying inside. What it is about your car breaking down, but all of a sudden it gets really dirty, and I don't know how that happens. Medical records from 12 years ago and gym equipment. Okay, so if you have one of these, you're gonna wanna take the seats off. It's just a hard yank. I've already taken it off. Hard yank here, hard yank over there, and it should pop up. And what we're looking for is a mess. I'll clean it up. Don't look. I'll clean it up. This guy right here. Ta-da! And inside there is my fuel pump. But I need 2 hands for a minute. Give me a minute. So there's a plug here that attaches to the seats. Make sure that you snap it like that so that it has the highest probability of being broken. Obviously, I'm joking. I'm gonna go do that to the other. Well, maybe I could reach through here in my estimations of calculations. Now, the crazy thing about this car, is that for whatever reason, there's 2 pumps. There's another one over there they can't even see. You gotta lift this thing, and there's another cap with no wire to it, so you'd never even know it was there, which is devious in my opinion. But this is the guy that does all the pumping and sending and everything. That's more of a sending unit, kind of like a over elaborate filter. And I gotta clean all this. This is just gross. When you have kids, they make a mess, if you didn't know. Before you have kids, just consider they make a huge mess. So now, make sure that doesn't drop in there. We have this system unit with a plug. Hallelujah, look, it's right there. So we got to remove that. Looks like a click up type deal, maybe click down type deal. I can't with one hand. I'll be back. One is a push down on this tab right here. This guy, this little tab, push down and out. It comes right out. Oh my gosh. Look at this Skeeter. This is why it's not working. Anyway, so now you're gonna get a screwdriver and probably a hammer. We'll include a hammer into your tools list. And we gotta knock this ring counterclockwise. This way. Counterclockwise. And we'll get this ring off. We'll pull this guy out and I'll show you her innards. With my hammer, a Tanya Harding. A hammer, as it were. And you're gonna wanna put your screwdriver right here. You see these notches? Or I guess if I could get out of the light. So you have these are part of the car and these are part of the ring. And so what you want is you want to spin it so it goes into this open area and releases this ring, which is holding down this. So I'm going to grab a hold of the thing right there, hit it with the Tanya Harding, and then I'll spin it with the hammer because it hurts my fingers if I do it with my hand. So I need to do it with the hammer. Most of these fuel pumps on any car, they're going to be a little stubborn, so don't be scared to give it a firm, give them wood fur, That's it. That's what you're trying to get off. You're trying to move those tabs from this position to this position. And here we go. It's the cheap one. Hell yeah. Okay. So these two little legs are going to pop out of it. Just like that there. Then we're going to disconnect this. Or, yes. We're going to take this out. Take the whole unit. Oh, and I'm putting gas everywhere. Now I'm going to smell like a gas station. Fantastic. O-ring. Protect it. You're going to need that. Reuse that. Recycle. So we're going to... I don't even know. Okay, we're gonna take off these just to make my life easier and get this out of the way, because we can. It's just like this here. Then I'm gonna remove this guy. This is your main fuel line. Get out of the way. I'm gonna do that first. This guy's already annoying me. Okay, so now here we go. Thought I saw something. O-ring, protect it. Reuse, recycle. So now we're gonna take this guy off. See that blue part right there? We're going to put a screwdriver to it and it should pop right out. Then these fellers here, they're just held on with the clip, so you can just really pop them out like that. But I got to figure out a way so that they don't swim back in there. And of course, look, my fuel tank is full. That's when these things always fail. Back in the day, your fuel tank would be full. Your fuel pump goes out. You got to tear the whole gas tank off completely, heavy, and deal with it, all heavy and such. So I'm gonna do that with the screwdriver because I can't see. This part I could do for you right here, one-handed. Oh, the skill, the sheer skill it takes to pull up on something. And yes, you're gonna get gas on your hands. You're gonna have to accept that from the beginning. I should have mentioned it as a disclaimer, but yes, you're gonna get gas on your hands. Okay. So then we're going to pop that little thing. We're going to pop this main fuel line off. Right? And we're going to yank this guy out. And it's going to be a mess. And you're going to laugh. And my car's going to smell like Chevron for who knows how long. And then we'll go back to AutoZone. That's the plan. I'll show you once this is out. And then all this come out. Alright. We popped all them off. This guy came off easy. I literally put the screwdriver to it and it just popped right off. So you can see it has gas in it. Oh, it's just gonna make a mess. And this here's your floater and it's hung up right now on my application. And now we released it. Oh, my back. I've been hunched over for too long. But here she is. This is what we need to replace. Something about this is broken. Okay? Look at all that fuel in there. My gas tank is pretty full. I think I'm gonna have to dispose of it in accordance with the EPA regulations over there somewhere. We've come this far. I was letting her drain a little bit. This here goes this way, something like that. So when you're buying it, you're looking for something like this. Right? That's what the picture is going to show you. Very important, because a lot of times people pull out parts and then this is like the solenoid. This is your solenoid. This is what people usually replace. Sometimes you'll say, oh, fuel filter or fuel pump, excuse me, and it'll show like just this like little cylinder, and that's what that is. Well, you need a degree in engineering to be able to get into this whole unit and tear it apart without breaking the rest of it, and it's more trouble than it's worth, to be honest with you. Just replace the whole thing. Plus you get a new one to put in there. It doesn't have all these rocks and leaves on it anymore. You don't have to clean it and put seals and all this stuff. So back in the RAV4, actually I'm gonna wrap this thing up in that sweater because my mom will be angry with me. She'll be very cross, and I don't want that. I'm gonna wrap this back up in the sweater, in the sweater, like so, as such, hitherto and fro. And back to AutoZone we go to make a visual comparison. We've come this far. I was letting her drain a little bit. This here goes this way, something like that. So when you're buying it, you're looking for something like this. Right? That's what the picture is going to show you. Very important, because a lot of times people pull out parts and then this is like the solenoid. This is your solenoid. This is what people usually replace. Sometimes you'll say, oh, fuel filter or fuel pump, excuse me, and it'll show like just this like little cylinder, and that's what that is. Well, you need a degree in engineering to be able to get into this whole unit and tear it apart without breaking the rest of it, and it's more trouble than it's worth, to be honest with you. Just replace the whole thing. Plus you get a new one to put in there. It doesn't have all these rocks and leaves on it anymore. You don't have to clean it and put seals and all this stuff. So back in the RAV4, actually I'm gonna wrap this thing up in that sweater because my mom will be angry with me. She'll be very cross, and I don't want that. Okay, look at the baby. We gotta wrap the baby in the little constructions here and there so it won't roll around and spill fuel everywhere and make it stink, and then my mom won't let me use her car ever again. No dessert after dinner today. Hecho in Mexico. We're figuring it out. We're figuring it out. Look at the baby. So, when you are comparing your fuel pump, get off of there. So, these pins and these two need to match as far as what's going back. This part needs to match this part, right? Then that means these will, because it's very important that these signals send the right signals. And now to make this fit in the box, oh, well, I just broke it. There goes $130 right there. I'm just kidding. So to make it fit in the box, they taped everything here, so I have to install it to make it look like that. And it is a ball. Oh no. Well, is it the right part? Now I'm doubting everything. If you guys happen to know who makes these, tell them thanks for making the strongest tape on any part I have ever freaking. And then look what gas does to your hands. It like dries them out like you wouldn't believe. Anyway, I'm gonna work on this, and when I'm done, I'll come back and I'll show you. Full of handy tips today. I was trying to grab it from here, right? Because there's already like, you know, a gap. Forget that, guys. Start here right? Just work your nail under there. Ignore my hideous hands right now. And look. Look how easy she goes. Just keep throwing it around. That's good for it. Now installation of the thingamabobber for the fuel recording services device thing. Oh, with one hand, click, broken. Just kidding. Installed. Now let's go dump this in. Oh, Alto. We have a new seal. My goodness, we are just hitting on all cylinders here. See, it won't fit in the box with the whole thing attached to it. It will, but it will, but it won't. But it will. Turn it, rotate it, stuff it in. Yeah, see, if I got it like that, though, I'd be upset, right? So, good on them for not freaking doing that to me. So, here's how I left it, right? Because these are all bundled up, and I don't want it to fall, and I don't have to go fishing for pipes, clear pipes in clear fluid. You know what I mean? It's a hassle. I don't want it. So, the old seal, I did this majig with it. There's our new seal. Here's our ring thingy. Just eager to get back in. So what I'm gonna do, you guys are gonna just watch. Don't touch anything. I'm gonna go ahead and lower this guy in there. Separate it like that. Drop this guy in there. Finagle this little ball in there. Nice, like. All the while keeping these things from falling in. But I need 2 hands for that. I'm sorry. I can't show you. Well, maybe I'll try. No, I won't, because it's already fighting me. It's already becoming an issue. Oh. Oh. Well, how am I going to get those out now? Will they come willingly? It's already filled with gas. I'm committed. Fuck. Okay. Oh, here we go. We got this, guys. Don't panic. It's working. It's happening. This is automotive at its best. Click. 1. Oh, yeah. Get in there. Oh, it's gonna fight me, isn't it? It's prejudice because I only have 1 hand. Oh, there we go. And this feller gets clicked. Let's see if we can hear a satisfying click. Oh, it has a cap. Oh, look at that. I almost installed it with the cap. Unbelievable. Clicky click. Oh, it wasn't a super satisfying click, but it was audible. It's acceptable. All right. Oh, can he do it with 1 hand? All right. And then we click this feller in. Wow, that wasn't much of a click at all. It's upsetting. I'm upset. Okay. Then we gotta align these 2, right? In, well, over here. Now it's stiffened up on me. She's not cooperating anymore. She's done being touched is what it is. Okay. Holy Moses. Did we do it? Are we in there? Like swimwear? Oh, the seal. My goodness, I make a big old deal about the seal. And then I don't put it on. Okay, I need 2 hands for this. Okay, we muscled her on. You let go, it's got a spring in it. It wants to pop. There's a cable that always wants to pop out over here. A little peekaboo cable. So I'm gonna put this down with the ring on it. Put a ring on it. And then we're gonna get the screwdriver, Tanya Harding, and put it back together. And she's done. So the technique is to push down on this and then put the ring on, right? And then just give it as much of a turn as you can so then it locks in place. Now you can grab your Tanya Harding and the screwdriver and give it a little tap, tap, tappy, tap, tap, taparoo. Oh, because just 1 hand doesn't work. And I just can't find a good place to put you guys. And after you're exhausted, she's tight. Now you can't really see. But see, you went from the big space here to tight on here, right? Big to little. And she should be good. Let's give her a, well, let's give her a try. Click. Ah, satisfying. And then this, I don't know if I need to click. That goes to the seat, over there, to into the thing, and I don't know. I'll click it together, right? A ver, pues. Click. And then she fires right up. Oh, the map sensor. Put it back on. Feels good to be a gangster. Oh, I can't tell you how good it feels to know that you can fix your, this is 2012, okay? It's 11 years old now, right? Almost 200,000 miles. 192, 193 actually. Holy smokes, I fixed it, guys. I fixed my car with a screwdriver and a hammer. That's awesome. I'm gonna top off the washer fluid and I'm gonna just enjoy hearing her run. I don't have to take it to a shop. Who knows what they would have charged me for that. The knowledge, guys, the knowledge and the ability to believe in yourself that you can do it, you know? I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna enjoy my car. I'm gonna button everything up, vacuum, because it's filthy back there. I'm gonna take it for a little drive. Vacuumed under there. Get out of here, shorts. You just gotta find, there's this thing that needs to go in here. Oh, the seal. The seal. Let's make a big deal about the seals and then I'm so careless with them. Get. I need a large person to come and sit on this and get it to sit in there. Well, you get the idea. Then put your tools away. I already took her for a test drive. She's doing fine. She's got a check engine light now on. Wow. She's got a check She's got a check engine light on now. So I got to hook up my little OBD2 scanner to her. Follow the directions. If you don't have one, I got you. They're like 30 bucks, 25 bucks, 50 bucks, 100 bucks. All prices, but there's cheap ones is what I'm saying. On the Jungle website, Amazon, you go on there, OBD2 scanner, OBD2 scanner, and you can look up the years. If you have OBD1 and you need a scanner, that's just bad luck. I'm gonna just tell you right now. But OBD2 is like 93 and up or something. I don't know, when throttle body and the electro digitals started coming into the vehicles. Yeah, Amazon, get you one and you can scan it and you can clear the codes. That's the most important part, so you don't have to see this nagging freaking thing on there. And then sometimes, I don't know if it could do it with this little scanner, but bigger scanners or tire shops, when you get rims and they get rid of your tire pressure monitoring sensor on these newer cars, you get a check engine light and it always shows that you have flat tires and stuff like that. Do the right thing, get it programmed so that it deletes that. If you have the money for rims, you can pay the extra money to be able to get somebody to do that for you. The tire shop should do it for you, but if you are a go-getter and you install it yourself, you can just go to the tire shop or a dealership or a mechanic who'll be willing to clear those codes for you for the tire pressure monitoring sensor, so you don't have to have all these flashing lights on there. Because in the event that you want to sell the car somewhere down the road, and we say, oh, I'll never get rid of it, when you're gonna sell your car, it's going to be nice not to have all the Christmas lights on the dash. Okay, so this process is the same for most vehicles. Beforehand, I'm going to show you what I got. It's this little guy here, AutoFix OM126. It's an OBD2 / EOBD plus can hauler thingy majigger. I'll show you how it works right now. I got to plug it into these little fixtures down here. Where are you? Where are you? Well, oh, here. This fella right here, you plug it in to that. Right. Then it turns on. Oh my goodness. OBD2. We want OBD2. Enter. Entering system. Please wait. And then you follow the instructions once it's done doing its thing. Then you can see everything. Everything. So, you turn to run position, not just the accessories. You want all that stuff on, including that. You go to read. Well, let's back up here. Yes. So you go to OBD2. It's entering the system, and it does the thing. Press enter. You go to ECU1. Read codes. Current. Well, I cleared them right now, but so you go to the current. You go to pending. You go to permanent to check out what's up with your car. Then here's the one where you want to erase the codes. Now, you erase them, but then if it turns up again later on after driving for a while, then you got a problem. But like right now, I know that I had the air, the air cleaner disconnected. Map sensor is probably telling it like, hey, there's something screwy going on in the engine, because that's the code that it gave me, P123, 0123 or something like that, or P and then P0222, which is the same thing. But it has to do with me fiddling with that thing. Now, if it comes on again, I'll go back, I'll check it, make sure I double check, make sure clear it again. And if it happens again, then it's something really wrong, right? Because I sprayed starter fluid in there, so it might be picking up all kinds of goofy stuff. But it's from this. None of it has to do with the fuel system, which is what I messed with. So that's fixed, and obviously the car runs. So we'll start her up, see if this guy goes away. Ta-da! She's gone. So with this installment of Roy's Garage, that's it. I hope you learned something, made you laugh, made you cry, felt. I hope it made you feel something today. Have a good one. God bless and all that. Love, peace, and chicken grease, y'all.